Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the indieRift podcast. Hello, I am one of your hosts, Steve Fontana. And with me is my other indie nut, Andy Asimakis. How you doing, bud?
I am the other indie nut.
You
How's
are
it
an indie
going?
nut. Yes, a throwback to when we were Indies Nuts podcast. It was good
People
times.
still love that title.
Yeah,
by the way.
everyone. Not one person doesn't like it except for our third host, who no longer hosts. So
Everyone
fuck
that
it.
we asked,
Mhm.
approved of that title. So
Yeah. Except for the people who actually like. Well, I think Miss Envy didn't like it, but she was only there for like when we did it live. But
every
I am
indie game
fairly
that we
confident.
asked.
Yes, indie game dev. But I'm fairly confident that nobody who disliked that even listened to the show anyway.
How about this? The gaming industry loved that title.
Gaming industry, huge.
That's
into
like
it.
the used car salesman PR
Yeah.
spiel.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like you know, not parody. What's the word I'm looking for? Like double entendres and like, you know, silly shit like that. I think has should get a pass. You know,
Yeah.
if you could come up with something clever like that, and yeah, okay, it has nuts in the thing, but it was like, you know, yeah, listen, it was clever, and maybe if we were in our 20s, you know, it would have probably been a little bit less cringe for the people who felt like it was cringe.
Well, listen, dual screens had a similar kind of energy and vibe. You know, it's like that was a kind of a play on words too when we launched that brand.
Yeah.
So we're just
Playing
continuing the tradition.
on
really.
words is like a thing we do.
Yeah,
The left ear
that's
on
what
these
old people
earbuds
do, by the
are
way.
terrible.
Old folks love puns.
They do. I could barely hear out of my left ear. I don't know what's going on with this headphone. Is it
It's
caked
old
with
age.
wax? I don't know. Blow on that for a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the indieRift podcast, the internet's number one indie gaming news, reviews, previews, mews, and QQs that you've ever heard of. That you probably never listened to, but it's okay. We're going to do it anyway because somewhere out there are people who want to know about the indie games of the world, Andy. Indie gaming has a huge community, but that community is far and deep underground. You know what I mean? They're high up in the mountains or deep underground. They're
I love how you went from they're deep underground, they're high up in the mountains.
Yes,
Which
but
one is it?
Well, both. That's what I'm saying. They're at the outreaches of society.
They're everywhere.
The far reaches of society. They're not on the
You're
streets.
in the clouds. They're underwater.
Exactly. They're in Atlantis.
They're in the
as
cave.
It were.
They're at your mom's house.
Yeah. No, well, let's not get crazy. But if they are at your mom's house, they're probably in the basement. You know what I mean? If you want to support us on Patreon, I cannot fathom why you would want to do that, but you can.
Why wouldn't you? That's my question.
What can you possibly get out of joining us on Patreon? You could. Well, I'll tell you what you could do. You could join our Patreon, and therefore you can hang out with us in Discord all day and talk about indie gaming and video games and music, television. We can all make fun of Buzz. It's a great time. We have a good time. And honestly, we've some people have taken a chance on us. Some people from not only just the United States, but across the pond. We've had someone that's been a patron for a while now, hanging out in our Discord. Big Baloo, hello, friend. Thank you for listening and supporting us. You never and when they do take a chance on us, Andy, anyone who has ever taken a chance on us has stayed.
Take a chance.
The fact that there's only like 20 of them is, neither here nor there. But they stay. Okay?
20 good people, though.
20 solid people. You are the 20 solidest people on the internet. And we want to thank you for that. While Andy's looking at his phone, we're going to tell you that this week's show is going to be real fun because we have lots of actual news to talk about. And one of our very first guests ever, little sneak preview, is back in our rotisserie, back in our rotation here with a sequel to the game that they spoke about way back in 2017.
I'm so excited for this piece of news.
Big stuff. And we're going to have that creator on dev dive whenever that returns. And
next week.
Don't worry, if you've been following the saga of Nintendo dual screens to indieRift, you know that Andy and I have a bone to pick about specific sprite work and characters that were supposed to be at some kind of dock.
Okay, so this is a good launching pad for that. I think there'll be some guilt action in the conversation.
Lots of guilt. So if you're listening to this,
promises will be fulfilled in the sequel.
Oh. We are coming at you. Go back to Nintendo Dual Screens podcast, like episode 38, if you want to know what the hell we're talking about.
And play it during the interview.
Clip this. All right, well, let's slide into what's new on indieRift, because you have been a madman. Lightning has struck your pen, and you have been in a creative mode and in a writing mode, and have done things on indieRift. So what's going on?
Yeah, I liked, the little quiet update over the last couple of weeks, like putting all the shows up there and like all of our Game of the Year picks for last year. Put some release dates for games I'm really excited about up there. Penned a fun little article about Silent Hill F, or Ooh. Silent Hilf, as I call it sometimes.
Silent Hilf, baby.
So that was like the catalyst to like get back on the site and like start writing shit. So bunch of stuff in the current year is on that website. Hell yeah. And more to come as we approach PAX, which is like 6 weeks away.
No way. That can't be right.
So yeah, check it out, indieRift.com. Leave a comment. Leave a complaint.
Share.
I don't care.
Just hit the share button. That's the most important thing. We are terrible at social media. Like notoriously the fucking worst.
It's so rough. It's rough, dude.
It doesn't...
Because like, all the things in my brain that I want to do with this thing, and then life just like stampedes and like puts a hand in front of me. It's like, hey, you gotta do all these things first for the day.
And
before you can tweet, do these 80 things first.
Yeah. It is what it is. But enough complaining about why we're terrible at what we do. Let's get into the indie game adventures, because I think we're both here with Monster Hunter Wilds. Andreas.
Yeah, speaking about things where
it's not an indie game. Hey, not an indie game. However, also not okay. I do have another non-indie game, but it is a very personal story that I want to share with you before we get into Monster Hunter. I downloaded a free a PS Plus library game recently, and I played a part of this game. It was a collection of games. Don't say anything yet. And I played one of the games. A game I have never beaten, but it is so incredibly near and dear to my heart.
I know what it is.
Never beat it. And I decided I was going to sit down and I was going to play it. I found out that you can do a Konami code for these games. Almost all of them. So I did cheat, admittedly. But I finally beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project. Finally.
Holy shit, dude.
After like 30 years.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the first NES game with the
No, I will never beat that game. There's no chance I'll ever beat that game.
That's notoriously difficult.
It is a very difficult game. But Manhattan Project, if you're playing solo, is nearly impossible to beat.
It is a hard game.
The bosses are
the 10 life code,
Yeah, the bosses are just cheap. So in the collection, in that TMNT Cowabunga Collection, you could like go to like the hints, or like it's kind of like a one page like manual for the games, and it gives you like little hints. And I had no idea this was a thing, but it's like it goes, don't if you're having troubles, don't go to the foot soldiers head on, come at them diagonally so they can't hit you. And I'm like, how is that a design choice? And B, how did I not figure that? Like, I knew that was like a thing you did, but I didn't know it was like, oh, if you do that every time, you're almost never going to get hit by like the vanilla guys. Like most of them, that if they don't have projectiles or like, whatever. Because if you go in the arcade game, like I played that one first, and that game just is just it's just not good. Like on the NES, it's just not a good like version of that game. The more I play it, the more I realize it's not great.
It's a decent port for what It's Nintendo, dude.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's just Manhattan Project
the whole game
did
plus
it way
extra
better.
levels in the Nintendo version.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I give them credit for that.
I get it, but like you hit a foot soldier, you hit once, and it always hits you next. Like you cannot do two. You can't move back fast enough. You can't. Like it's just if you are gonna attack them, they're gonna get a hit on you, and then you'll kill them. It's like a trade-off, a 2-for-1 trade-off on every attack you do in that game. That's why like 2 players and 3 players and 4 players was always better, because you could hit and your partner can hit from the other side and kill them.
Yeah, and also it's interesting because like TMNT Arcade was designed to suck quarters out of children.
Oh yeah.
But Manhattan Project was an NES exclusive game.
Yep.
And it still has the DNA of an arcade game.
Yeah.
Where it's still hard as shit.
Yeah.
And
but
there's no quarters involved.
But they gave you that AB move that drains your health unless you have one health.
There's a super move.
So you can spam it. Like if you have one health.
The throw. The downward
the throw is great.
Throw
the
move,
throw is great.
I love that shit.
So anyway.
Also, fun fact.
Yes.
Fun fact about that game.
Yeah.
One of the only two, I think, Konami games that have the bastardized Konami code.
Oh.
In it. It's not up, up, down, down. It's like BA, left, right, BA.
Oh no.
Up, down.
So I learned
it's not
on the
it's not the traditional one.
Hold on. I learned in the Cowabunga Collection that that backwards Konami code. It's literally says
weird one. Yeah.
It says do the Konami code backwards. If you do it backwards, you could do stage select.
Yes,
but if you do it
that has like
forward,
a cheat menu.
Yes,
it's like a cheat menu.
Yes,
you can max the lives, do like sound test, and like pick a stage.
But you can also do the code forwards, and you could put it on easy mode, which is like you hit. It basically it makes one less hit for.
I never knew that.
For you to like take somebody out. Yeah, is basically all it does. But anyway, Cowabunga Collection, fucking great, man. I played some tournament fighters. I mean, I was having a blast just sitting there at 2 a.m. on a Saturday playing TMNT by myself like an absolute fucking loser.
I love it. I love it so much.
But Monster Hunter, my friend, Monster Hunter has got us both by the taint, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to get into this too much, but it is way watered down.
Mm-hmm.
Like the idea of like just going on your mount, press it, and it just, hey, here's the monster.
Yeah,
just fight it.
Yeah, there's less hunting.
But according to one of my friends, that's like post game. Post game has the whole like tracking.
Yeah.
For like fur and footprints and like remnants and poop, like investigating where the layer is. That's all post game shit.
Yeah,
which is a weird choice to do that. But I'm enjoying it. You know, I still use my great sword or my giant sword like I did back in Worlds. I'm on chapter 2.
This is the first one that's
like armor farming at this point.
Yeah, I think I'm on chapter 3. This is like the first one that makes me like want to keep playing. Like I think they finally figured out the balance between the quasi lock on and not and like manual and like it doesn't teach you anything. Like that's like it thinks it teaches you things, but there's just so many like every weapon works completely. It's like a whole different game. It's like what are you doing? Why can't I just press 3 buttons and they all do something similar, but they look cool? Whatever. It's I mean that's my simpleton brain at work, but what design choices that they made that are different that I appreciate and Monster Hunter veterans don't like this, and it seems like you're in the don't like this camp, but they took the story mode and made that a sort of best of situation where you're just fighting these kind of best of monsters one after the other.
Do you want like the set piece moments of like here's the big thing that's like crashing through a wall or bursting from the sand, or
the two things fighting each other,
flying down from the clouds, you know, the giant scaly beasts? I get it. I get the appeal of like that wow factor, but the story is like I don't care about any of them. what their plight is, what their drama is. I was like,
I mean, I'm
this
interested.
little kid with a little thing and like your tribe. Like, I don't care.
I'm interested in the story of that. There are people out there that the monster hunters, like they're two civilizations that don't know of each other. And I like that intrigue where it's like, okay, so what kind of technology do these people have, and what kind of technologies do these people have?
Mm-hmm.
And like, where is that going to cross over, kind of thing? It's intriguing to me as kind of like, it almost feels like a bastardized like Odyssey to the West kind of story.
Oh, Journey to the West.
Yeah, Journey to the Odyssey, Journey to the West. So but it's, you know, it's helping me because the enemies, like the challenge is always different with these enemies. Like you have to understand farming for certain weapons to, you know, because you want to have, like, doing loadouts is more important than I thought when I played World. Like having these loadouts and you're like, okay, this monster is weak to this, or I don't know it's weak to this, but I fought it once and now I've unlocked like information about it. So I don't know. It's
Right.
yeah, we're not going to spend any more time on it, but like it's not an indie game, but we're not going to sit here and not talk about what we're actually playing.
It's got its hooks in us for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the indie news report. We have some releases to talk about. Andy, tell us all about it.
One of my favorite stories turned horror game point and click variety, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, is coming to consoles. Surprisingly, last gen too, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on March 27th. Now again, I've talked at length on the show about how much I love Night Dive Studios. They're doing the Lord's work and like preserving all these classic games. This is yet another notch in their belt. And they announced System Shock 2 as a little sidebar to this news bit as well. That's getting a remaster and re-release courtesy of Night Dive. So God bless all those people for like ensuring that all these amazing games are playable forever and not lost to like PCs from like 20, 30 years ago that most folks can't emulate or have the time or patience to figure out how to do so. So
yeah,
thanks for that.
I mean, I have no context of these games, so you know, I don't know them at all.
You would love this game. It's super creepy.
You don't know that.
It's got like an existentialness to it, you know, that I appreciate.
All those things that I love so much. Creepiness and existential dread. Yeah, you know me so well.
Don't you want more anxiety?
Yeah.
Don't you want more?
800 episodes of a podcast with you, and that's
more.
That's what I want. But this next one actually looks pretty cool.
This is definitely a you thing. It's me too, but it's also for the Steven.
Pipistrello and the Cursed Yoyo is going to launch on May 28th for PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. So all of the things. And we're going to cut to it right now. So talk about it. Yeah, tell me about it.
Dude, have you not seen this?
No,
how adorable it is. You're like a rat. You're like a rat mouse.
Oh yes, yes. Yes.
And your main thing is a yo-yo. That's your main weapon.
Star Tropics.
And it has like, it's like Game Boy Advance style graphics.
Yep.
A little bit. Top-down Zelda format. Super fun. I think a demo is still out on Steam because it was posted for Next Fest last year. That's when I first came across this game. And it's almost here. It's like, what is this? Like 7-8 weeks away? More or less 2 months out. Yeah,
I do. I remember seeing
this
for a little bit. Yeah.
And then buy it when it comes out.
Coming out.
Because it's beautiful. You're a bat.
Yeah, you're like
you're a bat,
you're
a
bat mouse thing.
You're a bat.
You kind of look a little mousy. A little ratty.
A little mousy, but you're a bat.
Good times. Good times. Let's go to the news. Let's get into the news here. So it looks like Terrifier is going to be getting a collector's edition.
Oh my god! Have you seen this?
I think did I not show this to you? It was not you that I thought I showed. Oh no, I showed you the. Never mind. Okay. Collector's edition.
things
What's
to
in it?
waste
Tell
my
me.
money
Tell me
on.
what's. Oh my god, this is a huge package. Oh my god. You go to Game Rant. Has a nice little write up on it, but you get the physical game for either Switch or PS5. Art and Vicky hard enamel pins. You get some pins for your pin collection. Art book. So that I'm curious about.
Right.
Because is it an art book made by Art, like himself, his drawings, or is it a book of art? You know what I mean?
No, it has to be like Art drawing shit. Like if it was Art having his own art book.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Art's mix soundtrack. Is this just the game soundtrack? Probably not, because it's Art's mix.
No, I'm hoping it's like 80s hits that they licensed out.
Okay.
That would be kind of cool.
I hope it's here's what I hope.
A bunch of synth.
Yeah,
it's 80s synth.
80s synth, but I want Art singing it.
Cassette tape.
I don't know if he speaks, but I want Art.
Art doesn't speak, but he's singing to like 80s synth.
But you don't know it's Art, but like because you don't hear him, but like you can tell it's Art. All right, we have him in a private moment. It's just him, like under his bed with a talk boy, just with his Casio keyboard and singing into a talk boy.
All about the deep cuts. This piece right now.
It comes with bloody gameplay gloves, character stickers, exclusive digital content, including hardcore mode with alternate ending, new character skin, and an extra gallery. Instruction manual, premium collector's box, a puke bag, reversible poster, and a special thank you letter.
Dude, that's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff, but a lot of...
I'm not sure how I feel about like gatekeeping a whole ass other ending behind a massive collector edition like this.
Well,
that's a choice.
They know their audience.
I mean, I'm gonna get it.
The only thing I don't like about this collector's edition, it doesn't have a shelfable.
Ooh, like a statue.
Just anything to put on a shelf.
Or like
it has a nice book you could put on a bookshelf, but or like on a coffee table, but it doesn't have like
Art's little hat. That would have been kind of cool. You know, or like an Art like pop figure.
He's listening.
Yeah, I get it. Is that Fraser Crane?
It is Fraser. He is listening. Yeah, but it's always nice that these games get these huge collector's editions because like people like Matt who loves Terrifier is like the target audience for these things.
You know what I found out recently?
What'd you find out?
My brother's girlfriend dated the director and writer of Terrifier for 8 years.
8 years?
And she's in the first movie.
Time out.
She's in the first movie.
Time out. A person who could come up with Terrifier as a concept may have been directly influenced by their 8-year relationship with your brother's now girlfriend. If there was ever a blood-covered red flag, this is it.
Yeah, I learned it just recently.
That's amazing.
I was like, that is, and she's in the movie. That's crazy to me.
That's unbelievable. I hate this place. Is the first game under the new
I know,
Bloober
but
team.
we gotta do a podcast.
What? Oh, you're funny.
Me too, but we gotta do this podcast.
Take the article while I show everybody the trailer.
Yeah, so Bloober is like doing stuff, man. So first they announced this new game, this like science fiction horror game called Chronos: The New Dawn, which looks amazing, by the way. And then they revealed during the Future Game Show they have a new game coming out called I Hate This Place under a new label, a new team within Bloober called Broken Mirror Games. And this is the first game under that new team. It's an adaptation of the popular comic series via partnership with Skybound Entertainment.
Skybound, we know them.
Yeah, isometric survival horror that puts the players into the role of Elena, who finds herself dealing with a supernatural evil she mistakenly unleashed, of course, into the world. Isn't that always the case?
That's the rub. That's how they get you.
It's always the case, man. But this looks hella cool. I love the art style, the camera angle, all of it.
I can only think of one horror movie that maybe two. You might be able to stretch it to two, but I think there's only one where the people purposefully unleash the hell. Yeah, Evil Dead.
Evil Dead is still an accident. Don't they play the tapes by mistake?
I mean, they took the Necronomicon.
Isn't that how they always do it?
They were like, check out this Necronomicon. Let's open it.
Well, it's like, let's play these tapes and see what it's all about. I mean, it's always dumb how they do it, but it's ever like, let's unleash hordes of the underworld and demons upon our humble little cabin.
Yeah, I guess. And the other one I was going to say is maybe Child's Play, because he purposefully put himself.
Yeah, that's all him. He does that to himself.
But like, everyone else is like a tragedy, and like people, it's just a byproduct of people's stupidity. Basically, I don't know. Maybe Freddy deserved it. Anyway,
Freddy, yeah, he killed kids. Of course
he did. He did. He definitely deserved it. Project Prismatic is coming. What the hell is this? I have never even seen this. Actually, that's a lie. I saw it, but I didn't understand it.
So this is interesting. This company, which I looked into, by the way, Crazy Games, is developing a web-based FPS with like high quality, high-end AAA, I would imagine-ish graphics that can all be played via your browser. So no like console, just a PC, and I guess you log in and you go to the website and you just play.
There's one word that comes to mind. Crisis.
Yes, Temu. I said it was Temu Crisis in the Discord when I first saw this picture.
Yeah.
Well, the first episode, Dark Arrival, is available right now, and it's totally free to play.
Interesting.
But the rest will cost $5 per episode.
Okay.
You know, I want to see what this looks like.
Is this like what Netflix games is supposed to be? Like
maybe
this kind of thing?
Is that the idea?
I mean, that would be smart if it was. Like, just get this thing on Netflix and let people play the episodes.
Yeah, that can make sense.
Project
a
Prismatic.
Controller paired to your Netflix, right?
I can't get a controller to pair to my fucking computer anymore, so I don't. I only.
Oh yeah, that's
only
right.
An Xbox controller.
How can I make DualSense with my PC?
It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's like I need 15 fucking apps to make shit work. This is a huge story here, Andy. Do we finally know? Do we finally know when Hollow Knight Silksong is coming out?
I don't know, dude.
Well, we might. We might. Because a leaker, a very famous and sometimes very right leaker, has made some bold claims. This is from Game Rant. We'll talk a little bit. Leaker makes bold claim about how Hollow Knight Silksong release date about Hollow Knight. A trusted games leaker has made a bold claim about the release date of Hollow Knight Silksong, which will be launching day one on Xbox Game Pass. The lack of major updates on the development of Hollow Knight Silksong has frustrated fans over the years. I can't believe it's been this many years, by the way. It's kind of absurd.
It's 6 years, dude.
I mean, it's okay that it's 6 years, but I can't believe 6 years have gone by.
Of radio silence. I think that's the crazy part.
Yeah. But the game could receive some substantial new information soon if the leak is true. Hollow Knight Silksong was first revealed in February 2019, 2 years after Hollow Knight was released. Trusted leaker Extra 1S claims that Hollow Knight Silksong is currently planned to release on Xbox Game Pass by June 2025, the latest.
Mhm.
the latest, narrowing
Wow.
down the game's release date to before the end of Q2 2025. June 2025 appears to be the placeholder date or deadline given by Team Cherry to Microsoft regarding the game's release, but the leaker believes the studio will not meet it. Fuck all. The Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit also appears to be skeptical about the potential release window of Hollow Knight Silksong, as some comments have shown under Reddit user, blah, 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 such and such, and all that noise.
Right.
This whole saga, Andy, like today or the last 2 days about this has just been a roller coaster of emotions. It's like it leaked. It's coming in June, but probably not. Like what? What?
I just want to know what's been taking it so long. I just feel like yes, there is a lot to live up to because Hollow Knight was unexpected.
Okay.
That's how I best describe that game when it came out. I think even they knew, Team Cherry, that it would be the mega hit that it was.
Mm.
And that's a lot to live up to. And what was once what a DLC as a part of their initial Kickstarter became a full ass blown sequel. And it's a lot to live up to. And they want to get it right. And I think it's like a 3-person team, if I recall correctly. But yeah, man. It's time.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like not scope creep, but scope defiance. And I'm coining that phrase today.
Yes.
Hollow Knight was so loved and was so popular and as you said, just kind of one of those like mega hits that just took everyone by surprise. It wouldn't shock me if Team Cherry looked at that and said, okay, we're going to make a sequel, but it can't just be Hollow Knight again. So what can we do to make it different, but still be what players expect? And I think when you do that, you get a lot of trial and error. You get a lot of new game mechanics or, just new gameplay modes or traversal mechanics or, messing around with multiplayer. Cause like, what's the first things you think about? Okay. You have the single player, Metroidvania, whatever. And then you look at it and you're like, okay, well, we could do 3D. No, people don't want that. We could do, co-op and add a second character. And like, I could see a team of 4 people going through a lot of different iterations on how to make this not just another Hollow Knight. Cause if it was me, I wouldn't want to just make the same game again, but with different characters and a different story. Like that wouldn't be what I would want for my creativity and for my legacy. That's totally my speculation that it's not scope creep where the game kept getting bigger and adding, but I feel like it might be changing, evolving in different ways.
Yeah. Listen, I'm all for just more Hollow Knight. You could have had the same characters, the same world, just expand on the foundation of the first game. I would have loved it either way, I feel. But I look at this and this is Team Cherry's Symphony of the Night. It's a brand new character in this game with a whole ass new move set, mechanics, traversal skills, what their movements like. So they're redefining everything about the first game from a gameplay and mechanic perspective. Like the playbook is tossed out. So I get it. And they're not playing it safe because they could have done just Hollow Knight 2, same character. We added like 10 new moves with like 10 new amulets or the hell those things were called the first game for like buffs and perks and what have you, and call it a day.
Yeah.
But no, they're going a different way, and I hate that it's taken this long. I want it as soon as possible.
Right.
But I don't buy this date, to be honest. I don't think it's real.
I mean, I I assume that if they told Microsoft that that's their, I assume they just told Microsoft that's a target, and whether it hits the target is not necessarily
Yeah, but then we
a
had the infamous
contractual
tweet
situation.
that Microsoft sent out like it will release like within the next 12 months. That was like 4 years ago or five
Yeah,
years ago or some shit like that.
I don't know. Something must have happened. I don't know. That's
Yeah. So,
uh,
but yeah, again, you have to wonder how can you go from that level of certainty, like it's gonna
mhm.
come out within the next year, like we know that with our talks with the devs, to now it's been like 4+ years since that initial
Yeah.
12-month like
Yeah.
period of time. So it's interesting. I wonder what exactly has made the dev cycle so prolonged for this game.
I am excited for the Hollow Knight friends and family
Me too.
to enjoy it. Um, Speaking of family, F is for family.
Mm.
Silent Hill F.
Silent Hill.
Wishlist Roundup. You just nearly died last week. We almost lost Andy. It was a true, it was like 5+ years in the making that we are getting the new Silent Hill.
There's not a lot of stuff I get excited about, Steve, but like this is the first like brand new game in the series, not based on another title, not a remake. It's the first brand new entry in over, I think, over a decade. And we're like fully in Japan. It like takes place before any other game in the series. The trailer looks fucking amazing. I want it so bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, wish list on both Steam and PS5 to show the love all the way around.
Yeah, it,
But
it
yeah.
looks
Have you seen the trailer, by the way?
it's
Have you
it's
seen it?
playing right now, but yes, I have
Oof.
seen it.
Oof.
It it it's funny because it feels very um it feels almost like a love letter to Silent Hill rather than a Silent Hill proper, and I don't think
Hmm.
that's bad, because Silent Hill
Yeah,
has been
I get you.
kind of off the rails and maligned for a little bit, up until
Yeah,
like very recently. So it's like, okay,
right.
that's okay if we're getting back to this, but it definitely still has that those Silent Hill vibes, and I love the
Yeah,
setting.
I think that's what the lowercase f is all about. Like to indicate this isn't like, and not being in the town itself is also a huge thing. There's no Silent Hill in this game. There's just elements from what you know, like the fog and the monsters and the trauma that comes with it. But yeah, I like this direction. It's being bold. It's being new. It has like I think like a 14 or 15-year-old girl as a main character, which is bonkers to me. So that is a whole other can of worms with like if you read the trigger warning for this game, it's like may contain like gender bias, discrimination from like in the 60s, bullying, like ritual drug hallucinations, like all this crap. I'm like, okay, this is you're hitting all the points right now. So I'm excited.
I'm interested to see,
Yeah.
like, I have a very tangential knowledge of Silent Hill, of like the
Mm-hmm.
lore of Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw one movie. I don't know if there was two, but I definitely saw one. Um,
We don't talk about the second movie.
and I think we did a bonus episode about it, about Silent Hill, where you kind of explained some things. But like,
Right, right.
I'm interested to see from your perspective the things that tie into the Silent Hills that you
Right.
know from this.
You know, it's interesting. Like, a lot of folks don't like how it's not set in the town itself, which I understand. Like, the town is a huge part of the games, it's a character into itself. But I like how it's not in the town because it lets me miss the town, which is, I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like it's like we're taking a break from the town for a bit.
Sure.
And when we come back for the next proper game, it's like we're back in the town. Maybe we're not sure, but I think I like that because the remake was amazing of part 2, and I was in that town for like 100+ hours. I'm ready for a new setting and a new world. So
what if? Hear me out.
mm-hmm.
Okay, this might be a little weird.
Okay.
What if, as you're playing it, you start to realize that the layout is familiar, and things kind of look,
dude,
like you thought? Like it's almost like,
let me.
you know what I mean? Like, and
This
it's
is why
and it's Silent Hill's layout, but like
this is why I gotta stay off Reddit. I read a theory today that I was like, if that's true, I'll lose my shit. Some guy was like, what if the main character is actually an older woman that lives in Silent Hill, and the town's like reliving her past trauma from a teen girl in Japan?
Yeah. But she's walking
like
through Silent Hill.
At the end.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like not her
I'm
true
like,
village. It's just Silent Hill
that would be
reskinned.
fucking amazing if that were true.
Yeah, that would be really cool. That would be really cool. Switching gears here on your wish list, throw Skate Story on there. What the F, bro?
Come on now.
Skate Story?
Just look at this thing.
Let's look at it. We'll look at it right now.
These graphics alone are the only reason
graphics with an X.
Graphics.
Graphics with an X. Yeah, this looks dope. I don't, man, I haven't played a skating game in probably 2 decades. Probably. Yeah. I know Matt is all about this, right? Matt's thumbs are twitching looking at this.
Oh yeah.
It's got some what was the name of the game, with the graffiti game? On
Jet Set Radio?
No, the PlayStation. Fuck, I forget. You know which one I'm talking about.
With the skateboarding?
It was but did it? No, it wasn't. It just I just get the vibes from it, like the colorful, like whatever vibe, whatever. I'm talking out of my ass right now.
I don't know why I'm trying to think. We're gonna go back to that because
it was when was that? It was like 2018 maybe. I forget the name of it, but Concrete Genie.
Concrete Genie.
That's
okay.
Oh, look at this. We got some. Oh, we're watching The Daily Show, folks. Why is it on autoplay? I never have this thing on autoplay.
Hey, Jon Stewart.
Autoplay is on. Autoplay is now off. No, it was Ronnie Chiang. As the host.
That's right.
Sorry about that, folks.
He's looking at Mondays, right?
We are. This is my account, so that I don't have ads. So
that is bound to happen.
And unfortunately, every time I open an external link, it autoplays. But if I am in YouTube and I search a video, the autoplay is off. So go figure. I like to sue me. I like to watch Jon Stewart yell at people. I like it.
Who doesn't?
I like when he gets fired up about 9/11.
Listen, I've seen that man live. He's an amazing,
I remember
he's an entertainer.
that. I remember that.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I like it. Sue me. Okay?
Yeah.
Sunderfolk. Whoo! This looks dope.
Oh boy.
This looks really good.
This is courtesy of Matt, actually. Thank you, Matt, for this one.
Sunderfolk. I think I might have put it in there a while ago, but I digress.
About a month away.
RTS, right? This one's the RTS. I'm sorry. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a turn-based tactical RPG.
Yes.
Where your phone becomes the controller?
Yep. I remember this. Yeah.
I didn't know this part of it. Oh, it's like a couch co-op.
Couch co-op.
Shit.
Local co-op party-based RPG. So you're choosing what to do as a party from your phone, which is a really cool concept, I think. I think we need more of this. Like Dreamcast had the right idea. to have a screen in your controller.
Different. This gives me like the GBA link to the GameCube, where like if your 4 friends playing like 4 swords, like with the little Game Boy Advances connect to the GameCube. I like this because you don't see this often, man.
Yeah.
Like I last used my phone for a game for what was it, like a Jack Party Box?
Yep. Classic.
And then playing like fucking Uno on the PS5. But this is really neat.
I want to see Secret Door. Secret Door. It looks like this is their first game, or at least first major game. It's the first one on
I don't
Steam.
see anything else under the studio.
Interesting. It is a shared turn-based tactical RPG adventure where your phone becomes the controller. Inspired by gathering around a table with friends, it is built with a couch co-op experience in mind. Up to 4 players adventure across the magical and dangerous Sunderlands. Let's see. Yeah.
I am so into
Secret Door's whole tagline is board, tabletop, and video game nerds inspired by the power of togetherness.
Sounds about right.
A video preview just came up of one of my childhood nightmares. The judge from fucking Roger Rabbit when he's got the spooky eyes.
Oh, with the
what is happening? YouTube is trying to kill me today.
That video in my algorithm before.
Gonna kill me, I think. Void Martyrs. Who put this one in there? Because this looks pretty
I
cool.
put this one in there. It's by Mac and Cheese Games.
I love it already.
Developed and published by.
Love it already.
And I think you're playing as nuns in space, killing monsters.
Nuns,
which is the ultimate premise of a horror
space.
game. Nuns in space. I mean, look at it, and you know why I love it automatically.
Grim.
It's horror.
Yep.
It's got atmosphere, and it's nuns in space.
It looks like it might have some form of tank controls, which I know you are a big fan of.
Yeah, and if you look at the reviews, it says none will survive. A guy on Reddit.
Yes. Grim
I
dark.
love the play on words, Steven.
I love it. I'm here for it.
The best one.
Void Martyrs, grim dark survival horror about a nun in a spacesuit. So they don't explicitly say the nun is in space. I want that to be abundantly clear.
She's in a spacesuit, so I would imagine she's exploring space.
She could be at a dilapidated Chuck E. Cheese. We don't know for sure. Grim dark
description.
Yeah, I'm getting into it. Sent to stop a biomechanical plague, you must balance faith with survival as you recover sacred relics, scavenge resources, and craft the tools of your salvation. Indeed. You've been sent to space. There it is. There's the whole about this game. You've been sent to So they just decided a nun is who's got to go up here. Is this like Krista McAuliffe when they were like, let's put a teacher up in orbit?
Oh, let's not invoke that memory.
That's right. You might actually remember that
tragedy.
One. It was a horrible tragedy. God rest her souls.
Caught on film.
You've been sent to space on a crusade to repel an invading biomechanical plague. What qualified this nurse for this mission? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, is she like an ex-Marine who like found God, and then they're like, hey, there's heathens, and you also can kick ass, so you meet all the criteria for the job.
Is she the John Rambo of her day? Like, tries to go and hide forever, but the damn government brings her back in. We know that you retired from the slaughtering things, but and are a woman of the cloth now, but you're our only hope. Get in the spaceship. We're sending you with nothing. You're gonna have to craft your own shit, actually. So good luck, lady.
Oh, also look, she's if you die a saint, the Universal Church will send another to recover your blessed remains, and so it's a roguelike. Am I right in that?
That is a
Does it
possibility.
mention someone taking your place when you die?
Well, let's see. Hold on. Because Steam usually tags it. No, we got psychological horror, survival horror, dark.
I'm also a member of the Universal Life Church. That's like fake, right? It's like fake online church.
It could be. Could be real. Universal life.
I renewed my friend's vows like years ago
Okay.
when I was ordained as a minister.
Yep. Indie Steal of the Week, Andy. Right now there's a publisher sale, Funcom, and Metal Hellsinger is 70% off right now. It's only
That's a great game.
It's only $9 dues.
It's a steal of a game. Mm-hmm.
It's $9 dues. That's a good ass price.
Yes.
And if you haven't
very well
played
reviewed,
it, go and play
Yeah.
it. 'Cause
for
it's
$9.
good.
Seriously. There's a demo. Try it out.
Yeah, you could try
And
it.
if you like it, which you will,
$9.
spend the $10.
$9. Not even $10.
Mm-hmm.
Indie Steal of the Hellsinger. Metal Hellsinger. Kickstarter of the week. We mentioned it at the top of the show. Monster Crown is getting its long-awaited sequel. Sin Eater. Monster Crown Sin Eater Kickstarter is live, and its dollary dues are crawling up as we scroll on the
crushing it,
website
dude.
right now. $21,827 raised. 354 backers. 28 days to go. Let me mute, and we'll watch the trailer here as we speak. But Jason, a OG guest of Nintendo Dual Screens podcast, way back in the day.
We're chatting as we speak.
As we speak, should we do a live call-in? Should we tell him to can we get his phone number?
Send him the Zoom link.
I can get him. I do have Matt's screen
Oh
here
my
blocked
God.
by a logo. I can bring him
Steve,
on.
we should just do that, like as a segment. Like randomly drop a Zoom link to one of our dev friends, and here you go, boop. Now it's
Yes.
a call-in show.
multiple time guest actually, because I believe we had him back on when Monster Crown released.
Yeah, it was like the Kickstarter,
Kickstarter.
and then the release run-up, like
Release
a week
run-up.
out. We had him back on the show.
I feel like
which
we-
was like,
That was he's
Crazy.
always a good guest. But I'm excited for this because this is like Monster Crown has leveled up, folks. Monster Crown is here, and it is here to stay. Sin Eater. So yeah, go check it out, man. Go to the Kickstarter. The link will be in the description of the show. Demo is available right now. You can get
Mhm.
that very quick.
I played it, by the way.
For those who don't know, this is it's like a monster tamer type game where you can combine monsters and make like really cool, unique monsters.
Yeah, the big claim to fame is the fusion system in this game,
Fusion.
and it's in the demo, which I was like shocked that
Excellent
that
pixel art.
system is in there. So it's like this is like the bread and butter of the whole game. So it's really showing what this game can do. Beautiful sprite work. They've really like leveled up.
Yeah, I was gonna
through and
say
through.
like it's
Holy shit, man!
definitely level.
The production value of this game. It's like a night and day. You
and-
had
and-
like a very traditional Pokemon Red Blue
Yeah.
sort of scenario with the first game. And it's like we're evolving now, literally.
And this was you don't just go and capture monsters. You kind of have to convince them to like sign a
Mhm.
contract with you.
Yeah.
and like go on this adventure with you and stuff. It's very unique.
It's
Um,
really charming.
I remember when I first played this game on stream, I caught one of those rainbow versions of
Oh, the
monster.
brilliance, right?
the
what they're
brilliant
called.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I caught one and
They're
I
much more
remember
shiny.
I remember messaging or sending the clip or something to Jason. He was like, "What? like already?" I was like, "Yeah, very cool."
This is actually Jason is a fun story because I think I was posting Nintendo dual screen stuff on Reddit in our early days.
Mhm.
And I think it was like an interview with I forget which guest it was at the time. But he reached out to me through Reddit.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, I got this Pokemon kind of monster taming game. I want to like talk about." I was like, "This seems kind of neat." Sweet guy, you know, loves the whole game dev thing, even though it's super exhausting and terrifying in a lot of ways.
I feel like he was like just starting college, right?
Yeah, he was new to this. Like this was a whole new thing for him.
Man, go back in the Wayback Machine.
What's he's been like after all these years.
You could probably find both episodes, maybe in this feed. If you're listening on audio, it could be that far back, but the link also might be on our website if those links still work. I don't know. They should. I don't think the first one we did was on YouTube. I don't
that
think.
One was audio only.
Yeah. But I don't think we even put the audio on YouTube. But the second one I'm pretty sure is.
Yeah. I would love for this game to sell like 2 million copies and
that'd be
invoke a lawsuit by Nintendo.
Oh my god. Why would you wish that?
You know you've made it in the monster taming world.
Do you think
if Nintendo sues you?
Do you think there's like somebody in college right now that's in pre-law or whatever the fuck it's called, and they're like, I'm going to be I want to get into law so I could defend people against frivolous Nintendo lawsuits.
Then Nintendo specifically.
Yeah, that's it. Just Nintendo. Like, I want to represent people who get cease and desist.
I want to take a course on how to combat frivolous cease and desists from Nintendo.
From Nintendo.
That's the course name.
Yeah. It's called Wahoo! How to Defend Yourself Against Mario and his cronies.
I love how it's like a deflated Wahoo.
Yeah. Well, you're reading
it. Right?
You're reading
Wahoo.
it. It's Wahoo.
Yeah, it's like a sad Mario face.
Thwomp. How to thwomp Nintendo in a frivolous lawsuit because you made a character that looks like a cute monster. Oh no. It's a cute monster that gets put in a magical device you can put in your pocket.
You can, put in your pocket.
Nintendo, you ever hear of fucking Transformers? Because those were robots in disguise. That's something. Yeah. Monsters in your pocket.
Doesn't Digimon predate in fucking Pokemon anyway?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
I'm sure it does.
Digimon. Digimon series. Digimon. Let's see when this started. 1997. So, did not. 1997. That was Bandai. Bandai got in there and Toei Animation.
I was wrong.
Wah! Could anything have come before? Trying to think of like. Well, I mean, no, I don't think that works. Care Bears were kind of like Pokemon. Except they didn't have somebody like controlling them.
At what point were Care Bears fighting each other to the death?
They were fighting other things, like other dangers in the world.
Depression, anxiety, loneliness.
Exactly. See, you get it. Let's see if there's mailbag. I don't think there is, but I'll double check.
Monsters of the brain.
Monsters in your brain hole.
Is that it?
Nobody
has
a
really good show.
Nobody had. This was a weird one. It was kind of off the rails a little bit. This one was a little.
That's how I like it.
This one was a little psychotic.
I like a little off the railsy show.
Not gonna lie, this one's been a little weird. It started off actually. Now that we're at the end of the show, I have a little extra editing to do tonight because I accidentally had.
It's like a 90-minute show.
No, it's 59 minutes on the dot.
Okay.
We are almost at an hour. But the first like whole segment of the show I had in the gameplay preview thing, just looking at our website. So I don't know if I'm gonna leave that. I might edit it and like move it and make it look different. But
oh yeah, you could do that.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. But I do need to edit it right after this because we want to get the show up for you people because we've decided we're recording on Mondays from now on. It is Wednesday right now. Mm-hmm. But we've decided to commit to Monday evenings. We are going to record the show. It will be up on Tuesdays in the morning or afternoon, probably in the afternoon. And that's it. That's it. If there is an emergency or a ring day or one of us gets, stuck at work, Wednesday is the backup day. I will record at midnight if we have to.
Yes.
We're getting a show out to you every week. That's it. I'm done. If Andy says I can't make it, if Andy does one of his like, oops, I'm on vacation.
Spain.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Guadalajara, I can't do the recording this week.
Yeah, when did that? Yeah,
I'm in Pyongyang. I can't come to the podcast.
Yeah, which has happened. Which is why. Anyway,
what was it? I was in France.
You just went to France. You're just like. You're like, all right, guys, let's get ready to record. I'm in France. Question mark? Like, what do you mean?
Did you not get the memo?
Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, I just spur of the moment. Like, who spur of the moment goes to France? You're lying to me.
Gays. The gays, Steven.
Whose idea was this? Was definitely Ken's idea. He was like, "Do you want to just go to Paris?"
Oh, it was totally Ken. It was all Ken.
Fucking Ken.
It was all Ken.
Do you know that Ken and I are like best friends in Pikmin mobile thing?
Dude, I believe it. I believe it.
What's it called? Pikmin World thing?
Pikmin Mobile or whatever the fuck it's called.
Pikmin Bloom.
I believe it.
He's joining 100%. My raids. We're sending each other postcards. We're having a great time.
I love it so hard.
I plant flowers on my walk to work and my walk back home. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring us to the end of the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, we will be back next week. Leave us comments, share the show. We're good. We have fun, and the more you enjoy it, the more you show us you enjoy it. It invigorates us. It makes us want to do even more shit. And we're gearing up for PAX now, and which is gonna be dope as hell. I have another episode of Dual Screen Side Table going up today. I think, yeah, I'm gonna. It's already edited. I just need to put it up. So
we may have to do this indieRift on Wednesday because I have scheduled Monster Crown for Monday 8 p.m.
Oh, so we're ready. All right, well, it's still next week.
Still next week.
So that's gonna do it. Thank you, folks. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, share with your friends. We love you. Thank you for listening and watching. Thank you, Andy. And as always, please be excellent to each other.